sometime in October, when the CBN launched the eNAIRA, everyone went to the app, tried to download it. Of course, we know the app had some issues. Anyhow, but it's back on. Now the eNAIRA has been launched, but there's been so many doubts. It's a little shaky. People are unsure about things. There are many questions left to be answered, and the CBN, we hope, will get to clear the air very soon about it. Maybe we're asking, is it the same thing as Bitcoin? Is it cryptocurrency? What exactly is it? Is my money safe? There are so many concerns about it. We'll make an attempt to answer as much as we can on this as we start off the program. My name is Cecil Egbeli, and you're watching the Medley Show on the Nigerian Television Authority. I'm broadcasting from the nation's capital, Abuja. Now, besides talking about the eNAIRA, we will delve a little and talk about some online fraud that we receive on our mobile. You know that message you receive to say, quick cash company, I'm giving you free loan of this amount of money, please pay up. Then later you start receiving messages, or your friends start receiving messages telling you that you have been given a loan, you have refused to pay, and so many of such. Well, there are many other of such online scam fraud that we receive on our mobile and sometimes on our email. We'll get to talk about this and why you should be careful when you get involved in issues like this. Now you can be part of the conversation. Tell us about the eNAIRA. What's any question you want to ask? Are there any clarifications you need? We'll attempt to answer your questions. We are not here with this. We are not from the CBN, but we'll attempt to answer your question. I will have you get to meet my guest shortly, but that will be right after we get back from our first feature. Meanwhile, you can reach us on our phone line, which is showing on your screen, and our phone line is 081 177 82020. eNAIRA and online fraud is what we'll be talking about on the program today. But first, just before we get to this, go to our discussion proper, we'll take this feature. Now, this feature is taking a look at e-transactions in Nigeria, e-business. We have the ATMs, the POS, the bank transfers, and all that. We want to take a look at those because these are what, can I say, birth the eNAIRA? They're all technology, and the eNAIRA works with technology. How far have we gone technologically in our financial sector? And then the eNAIRA is coming in. Is it a good idea? Anyhow, let's take a look at this, and Semben puts this together.
Cashless economy, which was first introduced in Lagos, has gained a lot of traction over the years. The cashless economy was implemented to, among other things, reduce unemployment, reduce the risk of carrying cash, hamper corrupt tendencies, as well as enhance foreign direct investment. To key into the cashless policy, services were provided by banks and telecommunications service providers with the introduction of mobile banking applications and shortcode usage. With the widespread usage of these services, e-transactions have been gaining countrywide acceptance. Since the implementation of the policy, there have been various challenges like poor network connectivity, multiple debiting of customers, high transaction charges, point of sale or POS machine malfunctions, and other technical issues. The automated teller machines or ATMs were also upgraded to limit the number of withdrawals made per customer and the amount of money withdrawn. Services carried out by ATMs were also modified to adapt with the times. Statistics in recent times show an increase of financial transactions using the POS. The National Bureau of Statistics report shows that in October 2021 alone, over 32,000 new POS devices were registered, with over 23,000 deployed across the country. The total number of deployed POS devices till date now stands at 420,850. With more POS kiosks sprouting around neighborhoods and patrons seeking cash withdrawals, is the CBN's cashless policy making its intended effect? Stay with us as we look for other forms of e-transactions as we go back to the studio.
Okay, thank you very much for that one, Semben, actually. It's time for us to go straight up into our discussion. I will start off with the eNAIRA. And I have with me my colleague. She's the business correspondent. She's the head of the business desk here on the NTA, talking about Leah Babatunde. Leah, thank you for coming around.
Hi.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm having you on set.
Really?
Okay. Yes, I should have you a little more often on set. Okay. Now, I have just said we're going to talk about the eNAIRA. You were there during the launch of the eNAIRA. You and your colleagues, you did a lot of packaging it. But before we get to talk about that, we just had a feature on POS, ATMs, and the other online transactions that are already on before the launch of the eNAIRA in October. How well do you think that is faring, considering the fact that sometimes you hear no network, or you're debited twice or 3 times, or your money hangs, all that. Has that been a challenge so far?
Yeah, of course. You know, there will always be those fleeting challenges that come with transactions, especially in Nigeria, when you note that the infrastructure is still a problem. Largely, the power supply is unstable, and then of course you get the networks, vandalism, and some other things. Then when you put that all together, you get those disruptions you're talking about. But then they are all electronic transactions. The eNAIRA is also an electronic transaction. But then I would want to again correct the notion that the eNAIRA as a digital currency is not in any way a cryptocurrency.
Okay, so yeah, that's part of the things, the questions people are asking. So now let's start our talk on the eNAIRA. I know you've interviewed the CBN officials a couple of times on it. You've done a couple of features. The eNAIRA, of course, the digital currency. Break it down in very simple terms. I mean, how does that affect me? I mean, I can't touch it because it's digital, right? Yes. How does it work? I mean, how does it work? Just give us a big picture.
Okay, firstly, only the Central Bank of Nigeria has the sole authority to issue a digital currency in Nigeria. Yes, and
Wow.
yes, and we're the first on the continent, the first country to do so, the central bank digital currency. And what does it mean?
Yeah.
You don't get to buy and sell it. It exchanges 1 naira physical naira, the paper you hold and your coin, to 1 naira electronic. So it's the same thing. You don't trade it. They've gone so as far as already developing the paperwork for AfCFTA, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area transactions. So it means that it's going to operate on the same I&E window, that's the importer and exporter window. So let's break it down now, and to get some understanding.
Okay, so importer and exporter window. Yes, that's for the Africa. Now let's tidy up home.
So if you want to buy, let's say, an item,
yes,
in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, and you want to pay with your naira or your dollar card, it's the same rate that is on the CBN website. You'll be transacting it. So you really don't have to go to a zone 4 to go and change your money, and then you carry it and travel with it, or you send it. You can actually just go to your bank. Okay, I have 10 million naira. Can you just convert this 2 million naira into digital currency? So you can do your transactions actually in less than 10 seconds.
Okay, hold on. Now, I go to the market. I want to buy a mobile phone. Okay, I want to pay the taxi, or I just want to do a transaction, everyday transaction, and I want to use the eNAIRA. Okay, I don't have a physical cash. I don't want to use the mobile banking app. And can I do that with the eNAIRA? Like, so, because now you've just told us that the CBN are the ones that give that have
the single right to issue.
Okay, so now how is this issuance done? Like,
so you have to get a wallet. You need to get a wallet, and as of yesterday, the governor, because I'm sure I asked him about it, and he said that so far there are 560,000 downloads of the app. So it means that yes. So it means that Nigerians who are in that space are 560,000, which is such a low figure if we're going to look at our financial inclusion strategy and targets, right? But then you also look at the merchants in that space, and the figure he gave yesterday was 3,000. So it means it's still a little fraction of our expectations. So if I would send money to you, you should have a wallet to receive it, right?
I'll show you in my hand. Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
the wallet.
You're going to have a wallet.
Okay.
So once you download the app, you get a wallet.
Oh, once you download the app, you get the wallet.
Yes. And then you
okay.
activate it, but you can't fund it.
Okay,
You
when you
have to
just mentioned
physically
that-
go to... It's an electronic wallet, not a
Okay,
physical
yes.
wallet.
Because when you
So-
mentioned that, when you said the CBN are the ones that would give you I thought the wallet is something CBN will have to issue me the virtual wallet. So once I get the app,
Yes.
I get the
You
wallet.
get the wallet, but you will have to go through your bank to access it and to work it. And it's for all the obvious reasons. So no one can just steal your money, convert your money, or do any transactions without your express permission.
Okay, Leah, good to know you've told us some of these things about it. But we actually went out on the streets and sought from Nigerians, what do they even understand by the eNAIRA? Do you even understand the eNAIRA, how it works and everything? It was quite an interesting finding, and here it is, our Vox Pop on the eNAIRA.
I've not bought it, but I read it online where people, that is like the very day it was launched. You know, Nigerians that once new things come, everybody wants to know what, that particular thing is all about. And, like the few people who have gone online to check, they came back saying that the network was bad. Then secondly, something, just like something you put your money, just like an investment.
Yes, I've heard about it, but I don't really know what it's for. I don't really know how it works, but I just heard about it.
It's another form of cashless society. To me, it's not a new thing, because before now, we have been doing, some of us have been doing e-money, at least by transacting with our ATM or buying online marketing. It's a form of e-money. So the only thing is that I'm now saying that maybe Nigerian government is trying to institutionalize the e-money now. So just to create a broader opinion of people for the acceptability of e-money to be in circulation.
For me, to an extent, I know they want to checkmate the numbers of transactions one do on a daily basis on the internet. Like some people, they can just wire in money from abroad from there for them. Some people going to Yahoo of a thing. The government have brought this eNAIRA to make sure that they checkmate the number of transactions that is being carried out on the internet. The same thing, the government can also bring or set up policies that will checkmate the cryptocurrency. That will make young men like us go into that trading, and at the end of the day will come out and will not be dependent on anyone.
You don't really know much about that. I don't understand. I've seen mails, my bank have sent me mails on that, but I have not.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we've heard opinions from the streets. And it's time to meet another guest I have with me. I see many of you trying to call. I understand you want to actually air your opinions, but please just send it as a text message or a WhatsApp and be sure I'll read it. I see a few of your messages already. Just in a short while, I'll get to take your message. But it's time to meet my other guest. I still have Leah, of course, with me in the studio. Now, this other guest is a financial security expert. He's certified. He's an accountant, an ICANN certified accountant, yes. And he is Adebayo Shuaibu. Adebayo, thank you for coming around.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you. You've listened to Leah. Leah has given us her opinion. Well, she's not her opinion, actually. She's interviewed the CBN and she's done several things about it. But you are a financial security expert. So you're going to tell us a little more. But first, with the introduction of the eNAIRA, did you think it was a good idea? Let's start with that.
Thank you very much for your question. I want to start from where she stopped. She have actually put the nail on the hair by explaining what the eNAIRA was. And if I want to answer that question, that is it a good one? Yeah, that's the best thing Nigeria CBN can do for Nigeria at this present moment, especially with the cryptocurrency. I will go into details if time permits us to say much about that.
Okay, yeah, because people are asking about the whole cryptocurrency thing. They have just told us it's not the same, right? No, it's not the same.
It's never
okay,
the
good.
same.
We're on the same. It's on the same page. That it's never the same, but because it's virtual, it's thing now. I mean, we just think it's all the same. Anyhow, but for some people on the we've just talked to, they said some of the opinion that the government want to monitor our financial, true.
That is not correct. What actually happened is this. This digital currency, we are in global world. You know, the food you want to eat now, you can sit here, they bring the food you want to eat. At a point, you can control your water. At a point, you can be in US and be looking at your room, bedroom. So it means we're in global world. And what CBN have done, as she have said, the first in African continent to do that eNAIRA. When we say eNAIRA, electronic money, Naira. As she has said it, we have paper money that is off. And Nigeria spend money to mint this paper money. So we will be saving cost when we bring in the version of eNAIRA on board.
Do you both agree that Nigerians didn't receive this very well when it started? And you've just said it that the downloads has been really poor. Does that not show that Nigerians are a little skeptical about it? I
will not agree with that. Wait, why am I saying that? I don't
think Leah was going to agree.
Was I trying to agree?
You are seeming like you are trying to
I was just going to point out to you that already Nigerians have this aversion for new things, especially when it has to do with the internet, because a lot of them have been scammed. So to identify the real one and the fake one, there's going to be a lot of work by the regulators. Do you know the day the eNAIRA was launched, immediately there was an eNAIRA Twitter account that was doing some question and answer for Nigerians?
The CBN eNAIRA.
A fake CBN.
A fake Twitter account.
Are you serious?
Yes. What actually happened?
Within hours.
Okay, I'm not laughing, but it's funny.
What actually happened is very, very simple.
Okay.
This is a digital word, as I've said. The eNAIRA, CBN have done a due diligence before. Now, I'm not here to defend it. I didn't work with them, but I'm a fellow officer, chartered accountant of Nigeria and ACC. I know much about what they have done. Before now, they've spent 3 months within their staff. They have been using this eNAIRA to do transaction before they decide to launch to the public. They decided to launch on 1st of October, but eventually they go on the 25th of October because of some technical.
So I like that part where it says the staff have been using it.
Yes.
The person in the account wants to quickly pay money to the guy in human resources. He will just pay through eNAIRA.
Yes.
Okay.
Even their food vendor within CBN, they are using eNAIRA. So it makes sense to test the technology that you want to deploy to the whole 200 million plus populace. So they've done that due diligence, but on the first day of launch, no matter how, it will receive what we have seen because everybody key into the web. Like last week, when I want to launch my own, it doesn't take me up to 2 minutes. But that very first day, everybody key into it and it will cost a lot of blinks. It's a network, it's a technology. So the developer is fintech, they've developed it, they've tested it, but because of the huge number of those who perpetrate the website, and anywhere in the world we will expect that.
Okay, now, yes, that's going to be a challenge, like Leah have just said. Let's take a few messages very quickly. Someone is asking what's CBN doing about people that Lumia wallet to change their pillar. I don't know what that is.
No, I think that's just about the cryptocurrency market, right? Okay. And so I'm sure it's talking about Luno. But yes, that should be Luno. But basically, the CBN has outlawed crypto transactions here, and they've insisted it wouldn't pass through the banking sector. So if you still want to remain in that space, then you might have to find a way of doing that elsewhere. I also understand that recently they're clamping down on accounts that are being used for crypto transactions.
Correct.
Wow, okay. Remember, you can be part of this conversation on the eNAIRA. Ask us your questions, contributions, and our phone line is 081 177-820-20. Phone number is showing on your screen at this point. Please be part of the conversation. Ask us the questions. I know many of you have concerns. That's why the download is still very poor. But here, I think our guest is trying to tell us that we should get to download the app. And I guess, well, maybe you want to give it a try. I don't know. It's clear. Okay, he's trying to show me that. Okay, he has. This is your own app. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. He's downloaded it, so you might want to give it a try and see how it goes. Don't worry, they're not charging. It's free, right? They're not charging you to download that.
It's free.
Oh, you have that too. Yeah. How I can. You know, I just needed you guys here to convince me why I should download it after the program.
So we hope you've been convinced.
No, the program has not ended. The program has not ended. So, all right. So I'll be expecting your contributions. Also, I'm trying to take some messages, but some people would just keep calling me.
Before the message, can I clarify the crypto?
Okay, take the crypto very quickly.
The cryptocurrency is illegal tender. Illegal tender in the sense that it's not backed by any law in any country. So that is the reason why. It's some people that techie people or techie savvy people that comes together and say this is crypto. So it can be overvalued. And remember, CBN warned us some years back about MMM. People do not listen, and
yes,
they lost money.
Crypto is not Ponzi scheme, is it?
It's not a Ponzi scheme.
It's not a Ponzi.
It's not a Ponzi scheme.
But some countries, aren't there one or two countries in the world that actually trade or do business with crypto?
No.
Because I don't know. I thought I read.
Not official.
Not official.
But then in some spaces, you actually get to do some transactions with cryptos. I can tell you that Tesla at the point did some transactions in Bitcoin.
In Bitcoin.
Yes.
Okay. Bitcoin crypto that is right.
Yeah, Bitcoin is a major form of cryptocurrency.
It's cryptocurrency, yes, but they are all crypto.
Yes, there's over 1,400 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because well, who is this? Who is trying to call me now? But I have to. My name is Gift from Port Harcourt. Please, what is the wash bin? Now the message is coming in. You know what we're going to do? I think let's quickly take our next feature. And this feature is some of the popular questions that Nigerians are asking. I've made an effort to ask some of your questions, but we just put together some popular questions. You might want to watch this that Nigerians have been asking about the eNAIRA, and then we'll be back to the studio to chat even more.
The launch of the eNAIRA in October 2021 makes Nigeria the first country in Africa to launch a digital currency. Other countries testing the waters are Ghana and South Africa. Despite Nigerians first in rolling out the digital currency, many citizens are yet to understand its mode of operations. Here are some popular questions Nigerians are asking. How does the eNAIRA work? What do I need to sign up for the eNAIRA? What can the eNAIRA be used for? How is the eNAIRA different from cryptocurrency? How can I pay for physical goods with the eNAIRA? What is the eNAIRA wallet? Are there withdrawal and balance limits with the eNAIRA? How safe is the eNAIRA? Are there risks with the eNAIRA? Are there special charges for using the eNAIRA? How can I convert my physical cash to the eNAIRA? While there may be many benefits to the eNAIRA, these and other concerns, Nigerians are begging for answers.
Okay, that's some of the questions of the eNAIRA. Yeah, and Ade Adebayo, you heard some of this. I see you trying to answer some of the questions. So, are there risks?
There would naturally be risk in every form of transaction you carry out under the sun. There will always be risk. So we shouldn't hide it that there will be no risk. But then, what are the measures in place to address this risk? So these are the issues that would naturally confront every governing body, right? So yes, the risk would be like in your normal banking transactions. You don't have to share your PIN with anybody. You don't have to share your BVN, for instance. And of course, while you're onboarding, the email you use to open your account is what you would need to onboard, and of course your NIN number. So then, why do I have to share it with anybody? Once you start giving out those information, then it means you're already putting yourself at risk.
Okay. Have you started trading with your NTA?
Yes.
Since you have it.
In consolidation
Transactions,
to
not
watch,
trading.
It's just a transaction.
Okay, sorry, transactions. Have you started transacting with?
Basically, I've transferred from my bank to the e-wallet, but I've not started paying people because those who I want to pay, they didn't have the wallet. So, but I have funded my wallet from my GT bank account to my e-wallet, and it's still my money. Let's assume that I have 300 in my bank account. I instruct them to transfer just 10,000 as a test. So I have 10,000 in e-wallet. I have 290 in my main bank account. So I still have 300.
Okay, so if I download the eNAIRA now, I'll just tell you, okay, let's test it. Just send me 100K. Let's see if it works.
At the moment you have the app.
At the moment I have it.
If you didn't have the app
yet. Yeah, so all right, that's fine. Now let's take a few questions, and let's start with this one, Bonaventure from Enugu. I'm Bonaventure from Enugu. He says, what's this? Okay. All right, can the money be withdrawn? Like, did it take time to withdraw? Okay, I mean, is that if you can withdraw?
You cannot withdraw. What you can do is to turn that your eNAIRA back to your physical cash, then you go to bank and withdraw.
Okay.
So this it will be peer-to-peer, business to business. I want to give you 20,000. I will just send it to your e-wallet, and that's how you receive it. You want to pay another person 5,000, you will send to that person e-wallet. But if you need a physical cash and you didn't have money in your main bank account, you cannot transfer from the eNAIRA back to your bank account, then go and withdraw.
Okay, it could be either ways.
Yes.
Now let's take this question. This person is Ramat. He didn't tell us where you're writing from. Hi, good afternoon. I'm enjoying the program. I had an issue last week about a certain bank blocked someone's account with the amount of over 50 million naira for allegedly involving in cryptocurrency transaction. Is that lawful? I want you to know that some countries accept crypto as legal tender. Why is the CBN kicking against crypto? Please let our guest address this question, Ramat. All right, who wants to take it?
Okay, I would say the CBN has the authority to determine how we operate our monetary space, how we transact, how we do everything that involves currency. They stabilize the market. That is their mandate. So if the CBN is uncomfortable with a certain transaction, it is within their limits to say, okay, we don't want to do this anymore. We don't want these in our space. And then every central bank in the world is averse to a situation where they lose control, they sort of lose their guards. So when you're looking at the crypto space, really, it is not regulated anywhere in the world.
Like social media.
Anywhere in addition,
anywhere in the world.
China today, today announced that cryptocurrency can never be traded in their country.
Wait, what's the threat with this crypto? I mean, what's the threat?
Let's explain what's
the
threat.
Please explain it in simple English language. ABC, yeah.
Like the eNAIRA. Central bank is the one regulating it. Any money you have with your central bank is a liability to central bank, is an asset to you, like a financial instrument. You know, financial instrument is an instrument that gives right of asset to one entity and liability to another entity. So central bank have said, I'm the one owing you this money. The money you keep in your wallet of 20 million or 10 million, I will pay you whenever you need it. But on cryptocurrency, this is a currency administered. We have more than 100 or 1,000 of them. Now, these people come in a blockchain. You know, a blockchain technology is a single ledger where people will now come and trade, but it's not having a legal backing. It can be overinflated, it can be underinflated. That is why International Accounting Standard Board is even finding it difficult to get a standard that will regulate the cryptocurrency. But when it comes to eNAIRA or China that are having their currency, we can use financial instrument IFRS 9 to account for that. So cryptocurrency, I will say, doesn't have a legal backing, and it cannot dictate what will happen in the shore of the country, as she have said.
Okay, Shuaibu, I guess, yes, he is a professional. He's speaking, he tries to break it down, but he's speaking all the plenty jargons of the financial system. But I just hope you understand. Simple English language, he says that the crypto, you cannot control it. It goes up, it goes down at will. You may lose your money, you may gain your money. But with the eNAIRA, with the one that the CBN, they can monitor it, and whatever it is, they can, yes, it's your money, and you get it whenever, and you get your exact money. Yeah. That's all those plenty things he's talking about. Now let's take this question. Afolabi, Ogunleye Afolabi from Ijebu-Ode. The e-money is a good initiative, but it seems it's a duplicity of function. We already have electronic means of transaction by many service providers. The only advantage is we don't have to print e-money as usual. So he thinks it's duplication.
Well, he might be right and he might be wrong at the same time.
Okay, right or wrong?
Partially wrong.
Okay.
Wrong in the sense that the eNAIRA this time around want to connect to other central banks in the world. When other countries key into the e-currency, your Western Union transfer is no more a problem. What you need to do is to give your PIN. The moment you give your PIN, that person will send money to your e-wallet. No need of going to bank and go and clear.
Okay, that way once and the CBN all linked together.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cost of transaction.
So the global world will be in your palm. That is what we are trying to achieve.
All right.
The CBN.
He says he wants the global world to be in the palm of your palm, and that sounds like a good idea. But you know what? We've spoken so much, and let's try to take in all that we have talked about. So we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we will continue with the discussion. Don't forget, we'll still be talking about those online companies that will give you loans, and then suddenly we start hearing I should have, I could have, I would have. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back.
We want to talk about rights, there are obligations. I'm not saying that this government is a saint, it's very far from it. But there are things that we can do to make it better, and that's the challenge I'm throwing to you. You don't want to build this nation? I don't know where else you want to go. If I had a choice, I'll come back. When I stand outside and I hear what you have to say about this country that I know that I can die for as one, then I'm really sad because you're young. You have education. You have tools. You have a huge future ahead of you. And you're condemning yourself before you started on that journey. So please don't do that. Please don't.
Thank you for remaining with us. If you're just joining us, the program is the Medley Show with me, Cecil, and I've been talking the eNAIRA. It's been an interesting one. My guests in the studio, Leah and Ade Adebayo, have been educating us. They're gradually succeeding in trying to get me to download the e-wallet, the app. Yes, maybe at the end of the program. Yeah, making progress.
Speed wallets.
I can't even download it yet. It's just a short time, right?
Yeah.
So once I download, you now try to send like 50K or you just send like 100K. I'll not see if it actually works. You just
need to download it first and activate it.
First. Yeah. Okay. All right. So is this Ugwara Emeka from Abuja? How can I change my money to eNAIRA? All right. Let's take another one. This person says, watching your program right now on NTA, and I'm interested in it. Thank you very much. My name is Isang from Akwa Ibom State. Please, how do I transfer my Lumi currency to Naira? Lumi currency, that sounds like cryptocurrency. All right, so you cannot transfer that to Naira because the CBN does not recognize that. Even me, I know that already. Okay, let's just take, how can I change my money to Naira? Let's take it quickly so we'll take as many messages as possible.
To change to eNAIRA is very simple. As we have said, the first step is go to Play Store, download eNAIRA. When you download, you need an email. The next thing, your phone number. Then you need your BVN. They will link you, pick your bank. They will link it, send you a code in your email. That code, you click it on that portal app, immediately you'll be synchronized. The next thing now is to go the way you send money to people, like internet banking, then transfer money from your own internet banking to your e-wallet. That is it.
That is it. Okay, well, yeah, you can try that, and maybe if you're one of those who are a little skeptical for security, you cannot transfer a little and see how it works. Then
before you can transfer, they will activate you first.
Activate you
yes.
first.
They will activate it, and also let central bank put people in tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4.
Okay, well, we'll get to that here. Is there any change if you transfer your accounts to eNAIRA accounts? I mean, I don't know what you mean by change, but I think it's the same thing since it's just digital.
It's the same amount.
And also,
the same amount.
You won't pay any charges.
Value, no charges. The
no
same
charges
value.
now.
No charges. Okay, now this person, please write your name and where you're writing from. It says, what are the importance and the risk or implications of the eNAIRA? Are there implications?
The importance will be that it simplifies transactions, it makes it faster, and of course you don't get to pay a lot of the bank charges that come with transacting in physical Naira, or if you're using any of the fintech apps,
I like that. No bank charges. That's true. So there are no charges I can do.
For now, 90 days from the 25th of October when it was launched, the CBN have announced that there won't be any charges. There may be in future, but the modus operandi is still worked out, and it will be very minimal, if at all.
What risks or measures are there in place to protect people's data from cyber crimes and hackers? Suleiman Idris from Abuja. Okay, we'll take that.
I think the first guarantee is the fact that if you're dealing with the central bank or any of the deposit money banks, it means that your money is insured. So they have the duty to protect your money in their custody.
Okay, Emeka, sorry. Emeka from Enugu State is asking, please, this eNAIRA, I don't understand it at all with this government too. Can you help me explain it in my own understanding? I think maybe you just...
Most of the explanations.
We've been explaining it. Why? I need some water. All right. Crypto currency has a legal backup. I just... okay, I don't know.
Well, you should explain to us where you got the legal backup.
Okay, we will take that up later on. Let's take more messages. Please, what value and gain of using the eNAIRA? Mahmoud Olawale from Kwara State. Mahmoud, we've talked about it. Just keep listening.
Additional value is that it has security.
Additional value is that it has security. My name is Ayo from Lagos. I don't understand e-money, but if you are telling me that I can transfer from my e-wallet to e-wallet, it's still the same as if I transfer from my main account to another account. So what's gain if I'm using eNAIRA, or what's the advantage?
Well, okay, let me allow
you want to take it. So it says that since you can transfer from one of his normal accounts like that, so what's the
electronic one is faster and has more security.
Okay.
And additionally, aside from the security aspect of it, the electronic wallet still give you the same value you have. No charges, as you have said, from the bank for now.
Okay.
No charges, your money remain, your $1 remain $1, your 1 million remain 1 million.
All right.
If you're into business or trade, you should be interested in having an e-wallet, especially if you're doing cross-border trading and transactions.
Bonaventure again from Enugu is saying that since it involves BVN, I hope it's safe. And also is asking, can the app accept any amount of money?
Good. That's why I said it's about a tiers. Tier 0 to 1 do not need BVN.
Okay.
Tier 0 just need a phone, mobile phone number. That's, they can only transfer maximum of 20 million in a day, and they can't have more than 120,000 as a balance. That's tier 0. When it gets to tier 1, you must have your name. Do you get that? Name, if you have it, you can only transfer maximum in a day 50,000, and your deposit the balance can only be 200,000, up to 300,000.
Oh, okay.
But when it gets to tier 2 can only transfer maximum of 150 or 120. Then the balance in their account is 500,000.
500,000.
Yes. Go to tier 3 as well. Tier 3, you can do 1 million transfer. The maximum balance is 5 million. How do we classify them? If you have BVN, if you have been trading, you know, even in the internet banking, if you want to transfer, there are some people that can transfer 100,000 in a day. There are some people that cannot get to that level.
Yes. So
there are some people that can do 2 million. So it depends on the volume of your transaction.
Okay, I see so many of your messages. eNAIRA TV girl, can you? TV girl. My name is Cecil. Thank you. eNAIRA TV girl, please can you explain very well to me? Thanks. I'm Commander Aluku from Delta State. Please can you explain to me how the eNAIRA works? I'm Raymond from Port Harcourt. Good day, Cecil. I need to know what the eNAIRA is used for. Then this person is asking if you can trade with it in China.
Yes.
Anyhow, you know what's going to happen. We'll still talk. I'll still take a little more of your messages, as we continue. But very quickly, let's take a vox pop. We actually went on the streets and asked people questions about that. You know that soft loan thing, that messages that you receive asking you to take loan is very tempting. Then you get to click on it. Suddenly, they now start harassing the rest of us with messages that you are owing. They tell us your name, show us your picture and all. Anyhow, I went to the street and asked people if they know about it and what's the reaction been.
I've received such messages and I did not apply because I had my reservations. I was saying, am I sure it's right? Am I sure it's true? Am I sure this organization can give me the kind of loan I'm looking for? Why would they even solicit for me to come and take loan when I didn't ask for it?
Yes, they used to call me like that. I would ask them that I didn't know anything about that. Why are they calling me? They would just call me and ask that there is one of your friends. He put your name as a collateral, so he owed them some money. They didn't pay. I used to say, how the person will just put my name or my number there? I didn't know any person like that.
They called me, as you have said, the sub-loan online, because I fell a victim before. So how do I say no? I'm no more interested. Because the reason is this: at the time you are said a sub-loan, with a little charge they will tell you, it makes the loan come to you. There are a lot of charges that will follow that loan, even more than the loan you are taking. So at the end, you suffer it. But initially, they will entice you with what, and you agree with them. By the time the thing come to you, they end up your salary, they will empty it for you.
Yes, I have received a message. Like, it was even my cousin. So we had to, it was serious because they were reaching out to so many family members and saying that this person collected so amount of money, we should reach out to him. If not, they will block his line and it will affect us too. So we had to reach out to the person.
Yes, just once. How was it like? It was very serious because they kept on calling and it's someone that I never expected to actually do such. So when they kept on calling, and I think I was in school, I can't really remember. So I had to find a way to leave school and go and meet the person. And then they kept on calling, even though I told them I was coming. And then just for me to get there, and it was not even a serious amount of money, but they just kept on shouting.
Now you've seen what I'm talking about. You see that that one I've received. I mean, when I don't know, for some reason I just looked at it, I just ignored. The next thing I saw that everyone kept asking about it. This guy, so you're owing, hey, you borrowed money. Hey, I don't know, say you broke like this, so and all that stuff. Yeah, you've received that kind of message, have you?
A lot of them, and quite embarrassing.
Quite embarrassing, right? So really, Now, I've been wondering, how really does... Who are these online? Are they scammers or what exactly are they?
No, we call them loan sharks.
Loan sharks, okay.
Yes, and they're basically these little fintech companies that came up with the idea that, okay, we can give you credit, you pay back, you don't have to go to the bank, let's take away the stress. But I have a problem with their modus operandi. When they want to get their money back, if you default, I mean, you just get a message with somebody's face that says, do you know Mr. XYZ? He's a thief. The police are looking for him. He's told. And you know, the tone, the way it comes, and they just keep hammering and hammering. They'll call you. The first time I saw it, I was a bit taken aback because it was someone whom I knew so well, and I see him as a kid brother, and I called him up to ask him if he was okay.
This is one of this. This one is one asking you to take a cash.
When you take this cash now, yes, when you take this cash from them, and then once you click any of those links, the first thing is they harvest data from your phone.
Yes,
so that's
there
how
must
it
be somewhere
works.
You say I agree,
Yes.
or you are given
Yes.
permission.
Yes, but then it's part of the complicity NITDA has been trying to address, and I know recently they fined heavily a couple of companies. They fined them heavily for taking data from people and then sending unsolicited messages. Now they've graduated to making phone calls. But the question we keep asking the authorities is, who are those people giving out this information? Who are those people in these telcos that give out the information if the banks are not giving out the information? And then why do you keep calling and telling me to tell Mr. XYZ or Mrs. B, C, D to pay back loans? I signed a guarantor's form without my knowledge.
My sister!
And then
like seriously.
It doesn't really work that way. It's blackmail.
Well, we consolidate what she have said. You know, we call them, as she said, loan sharks. They like to take the opportunity of the system and capitalize on it. Their corporate governance is very deficiency, in the sense that someone needs a loan. You are the one calling. People just sat on their own, the comfort of their own. You are the one sending also the text messages, asking the people, you know, because of the economic situation, some people will be tempted that, oh, let me quickly manage my business with this loan. The moment you get it, what they do is this: the link you clicked, it's not that NITDA or anybody is giving them. The moment you click the link, they will access every information on your phone.
I think there must be somewhere where you would have clicked I agree.
Yes.
You know, there's some apps you download on your phone and they now ask you, do you agree that you should check your photos and videos? You just say, yes. So because you just want to take this loan, you just click I agree. Let's hurry up, let's get to the part where they give me the money. Then somehow you just rope the rest innocent, those of us that are innocent, you just rope us in. And now my phone will know no rest. So I don't know, I think there must be regulators who should look into all this. You say
aside from the regulators, I will beg the general public as well to refrain from taking such loan. We knew that it's not easy. You may need loan. Why can't you access it through your bank? Why can't you access it through the microfinance bank or those financial institutions that gives loan rather than the online thing? The online thing is frustrating to the extent that all your family, even your boyfriend, girlfriends, or those people you are not playing with,
including your enemies.
God bless you. Including your enemies, we know that you borrowed.
You know, on a few occasions, it's someone that I don't even know. Maybe it's someone that I've ordered to, please help me deliver food. Okay, I'm at your gate now to drop food. Now, because the person has my number now saved in his phone, because he's just a delivery man or something. Next thing they now send me, I'm now wondering, who is this name? But, you know, I don't know.
Some will tell you you're the guarantor.
Yeah, they told me that they are the guarantor, that the person actually dropped my name, because that was the first one of them I saw guarantor, and I was like, okay, how, when, on what occasion? Anyhow, but that's a very crazy
Do you
one.
harass them back?
No, I just even ignore the, I just ignore, I don't even bother answering.
No, I harass a lot of them back.
Yeah.
I just ignore them. So, you know what, we have so many messages and we have very limited time, so let's see how much we can run through many of these messages. Let's go to text message. Ooh, okay, this is a very, very long one. Okay, the problem with Nigeria is that we try to go extra mile on issues we are not mature enough for. Just imagine 560 downloads out of. My question is, how do we know that the eNAIRA is not just the same kind, does not have the same kind of risk with cryptocurrency? Okay, he's asking that question. Let's note that. We'll take that very quickly. Okay, it doesn't have.
It doesn't have. It doesn't have.
Okay, all right. So you've heard that already. Or another message.
People are just angry. They have their monies that already invested in blockchains that they can't take out.
Okay, I'm Chodo Mohammed from Niger State. I don't only enjoy the program, I love the discussion too. But my question is just about the risk and how to keep our money. Okay, I think Leah has said that there is risk in every transaction you do, and as much as possible, this is
Don't
safe.
disclose your details.
Don't disclose your details. All right, Musa Sule from Lokoja is asking, will the Naira affect low-income earners in their businesses?
No.
Nope. Okay. Please, how do we identify the e-wallets on Play Store, because there are so many? I mean, the original one.
Speed Wallet.
It's called
Speed Wallet.
It's called Speed Wallet.
And
it has that logo too, right?
Speed Wallet. And it comes.
Let me see if we can.
It comes with the eNAIRA. Yes, the eNAIRA Speed Wallet.
Okay. eNAIRA Speed Wallet. Yeah.
Okay, the eNAIRA Speed Wallet. I don't know if we can get to. Okay, that's the eNAIRA Speed Wallet. This is what it looks like. So you just get to know. Please just don't download
Naira with it's sort of half circle and.
So don't please don't now call me and I said, and I told you to now download. You now want to download the other one. Besides, check the number of downloads. The original one will usually have more downloads than the. And Melody Johnson is eNAIRA trusted.
Yes, it is.
Good, thank you. I like the question, the answers. And Fidelis, I did a transfer of 300k to my friend. The money was debited from my account, but was not credited to my friend's account after printing. Is that? Are you talking about the eNAIRA? Please.
Maybe the friend account has not been activated.
Has not been activated. Okay.
Your account needs to be activated before you can do peer-to-peer transfer.
What's the difference between online transaction and eNAIRA transaction? Ilya from Kaduna.
We basically answered that earlier, right?
And charges on it is one of the major differences. Number two, the bank is the one liable, but this time around, CBN is the one liable for eNAIRA.
Oh, perfect. Good afternoon, Emeka from Central Area. Are there financial benefits using the eNAIRA?
Yes, you have financial benefit. How? Since they are not deducting money from COT, my account management, all this is a financial benefit to you.
Little charges that keep trickling in.
Okay, Mamadou Musa from Duse area is eNAIRA. What about people who don't have access to internet? I mean, I'm seeing.
No, I think the CBN already said you could do your transactions using the USSD code.
Okay.
So you don't really need internet as long as you have access to a mobile technology.
Okay, I think there are still quite a lot of questions here left unanswered on the eNAIRA, but many of your questions, I believe that it's been answered already. Just you know what, we're going to send you the link of today's episode of the program. I'll post it on our status, on our WhatsApp status of this phone line, so you can actually watch again and get to follow. There's our phone number on the screen, 081-177-82020. Once we upload this episode of the program online, I'll send you the link so that you can watch again, and maybe many of your questions would have been answered.
Can I just give one unsolicited advice before you sign off the program? Now, if you get any message at all that says you qualified for any funds, any sort of exercise that you need to send your card details, your PIN details, your BVN, or they say they are from your bank, please, I beg you, do not respond to them. A lot of people are falling prey, and with the difficult economic situation we found ourselves, you bear the risk when you give out information to strangers. The banks will leave you to bear the brunt. So please don't share your BVN, don't share your ATM details with anybody at all. If they say they are from your bank, call your account officer or go physically to your bank
to clear that.
To avoid stories that touch the heart.
Yes, I don't want stories that touch that. You mean so much to me. I really love to see everything smiling the way you are doing now. So please try not to fall prey. Thank you very much, Ade Adebayo, for coming around. I really enjoyed it, and it's been quite insightful. Yeah, Always a delight,
Thank
of course. I'm
you.
sure I'm going to bring you back on. All right, for me, Cecil Egbele, it's thank you very much for being part of this program. Let's do this again next week for another exciting episode.